All right. Well, is there going to be some courtroom drama? Is Donald Trump going to court? We're going to find out. But because there's a lot of stuff that's happening right now, and I think it's only important that we do address this because, as you all know, our president, and as a lot of people in the Democrat sphere are saying, hey, we elected a felon as president. Have you not been paying attention? Most of our elected officials are doing insider trading. So let's go ahead and pull this video up here because we're going to see what's going to go on and see if they're going to still continue on with Trump maybe going to jail. Maybe not. Maybe yes, maybe no.
That's right. I'm told that his legal team is going to try to make sure that sentencing never happens. As we know, their usual strategy is always to just try to get things delayed. But here they're going to argue to the judge that the sentencing should never happen because now that Trump is president-elect, they will say that he is entitled to the same constitutional protections as a sitting president and should be protected from state actors, and in this case, state prosecutors. Now, the judge overseeing that case, Judge Juan Merchan, he's given himself a deadline of November 12th to decide if the conviction against Trump should be tossed. Based on the Supreme Court's recent ruling on immunity, if he tosses the conviction, there'll be no sentencing. But if that sentencing continues to go forward, this is the argument that the Trump team is going to make. That's right.
That's right. So they're talking about whether or not he should be sentenced. And I forgot that they're going to probably rely on this Hail Mary. As we all know, throughout this entire election cycle, not only did Trump get that infamous mugshot, but they were really hoping that that would be the end of his campaign and would convince voters, or Republican voters, not to support him during the primary. Little did they know that not only is Trump a mastermind at the media, knows how to manipulate the entertainment industry. I mean, that mugshot gave him a boost of support. Now, I was making this joke with a relative. Let's say the Supreme Court or something happens. Let's say they want to put Trump in jail. It wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me at all. After seeing Donald Trump serve McDonald's, Donald Trump in a garbage truck, it wouldn't surprise me if Donald Trump went to a prison cell and said, hey, I'm going to be running the country in this prison cell. Secret Service will be in the following cell blocks with him. I could see him doing that, okay? Because we're in a crazy timeline. And Fermilab, right now, you are on my list of suspects about why we're in this crazy timeline. What did you do with that collider machine? Okay. Did you screw up the timeline somehow? Did somebody step on a butterfly when T-Rex was still walking around? Did somebody do time travel there? Let us know. Type in the comment section below. But this is still going to be brought up. They're still going to be hoping that this could be used against them. And it's something that I think, again, I know there's a lot of triggered people out there. Maybe they're holding on to hope. They're hoping on the hope that he'll go to jail, but it's a waste. It is a true waste, and it's something that's not going to. It's something that's not constructive for this political environment that we're in. And just a short reminder. Right now, folks, everyone is relaxing. The election is over. But let me help reignite the fear. Let me help reignite a little bit of a panic in your belly. 2026, the midterm election cycle. Are you all ready to have some fun yet? Because like I said, they're going to be talking about impeachment. I promise you that. The Democrats are going to try and get control of the Senate and House. They're going to be doing that. And the front issue, it's not going to be the economy. They're going to be talking about trying to impeach Trump. I promise you. But you can hang out with Hard Lens Media and have a whole boatload of fun. We'll help you get out of this madness, as we should all the time, every time.
If you fool me once, it's because I didn't think a guard was needed. If you fool me twice, it's because I didn't learn the lesson, so it bears repeating. If you try the same play 3 times running, it's because you know what's coming, and you didn't come to lead, you came to purposefully be misleading. Democracy is dry. It's been a century bleeding. The husk is gaping open to the sky, out in the field where all the sheep just keep on circling and worrying and bleeding. They're waiting for the shepherd that they've tried to hide their faith in, but he's so appealing. They'd gladly give their fleece. It's such a freeing feeling that even when he leads them to the ledge and starts to urge them on, they're positively beaming. They were told that they were on their way to save democracy, so even as they plummet, they just gloat. They don't consider screaming. And halfway up the cliff, the shepherd's cozy little mittens wrap around the staff of shattered human hopes on which he's leaning. He shows the gentle grin that used to stir your inner spark, and he says, "Not me, us," as he gestures to the oligarchs. He knows that if he runs, they're going to stop him like a stolen car. And he'll easily surrender because it bought a lot of time for laying mines in all the grassroots. Suddenly, the tiniest of movements gets you blown apart. Suddenly, you're in a play that's set on an election day and voting for the fire, unaware you're playing Joan of Arc. Suddenly, the shepherd pulls the rug and slips a hood across your clueless mug, and everything goes zero dark. I'm gonna warn you once more before it's 2024 and you fuck around and find out who your heroes are. To take a step back from the herd and you'll learn that you can spot who all the shearers are. If you really want to know the product that they're selling, I can take you where the mirrors are. If you think your voice is finally ready, I can tell you where the lyrics are. I hid them in a box I had to bury neath the cobble when they carpet bombed the promenade and raided all the street bazaars. Now all we've got's the marketplace, and you're too broke to even bother asking what the options for your treatment are. Suddenly, the raw debris of homeless human dignity will find it has 100 teeth for every badge and sweeper's arm. Suddenly, they speak in solidarity and each is armed. Suddenly, the sheep can see the shepherd for his truest form and all pitch in at once to help him buy the farm. And now it's zero dark. And all is calm and peaceful save the distant wail of sirens that approach beside the flames of dawn. Suddenly, the carrot's just a string that's on a stick, and all your movements make you sick because the prize is gone. Now, we could go and flee into the forest low and meek, or we can exercise our right to feast and go and graze on Biden's lawn. Because he's been sowing seeds that seep a toxin out to sap a bit from each of us and keep on leaching decades after Biden's gone. So regardless who they summon out of hell to come and do the job, it will not feel like Biden's gone. But in that time of hopelessness, you cannot trust the shepherd when he once again comes asking you to humor him his siren song. And it's cute that you can innocently, honestly assume that's just a symptom of a system that was wired wrong, and not the standard feature, basic function, primary objective of a mass hypnosis firebomb. You don't need to know the words to cry along. Someday it'll hit you like an officer who pistol whipped their ride along. Broke his jaw and kept his job and kept it moving right along. That voting isn't red or blue or black or white or right or wrong. Voting's like a firing squad where you can choose the firearm. It's slow extinction by and large. It's Super Tuesday supercharged. It's all your futures, roots and all, just tossed out on a garbage barge. It's everybody dropping out to push the biggest oligarch. It's everybody voting fire, registered as Joan of Arc.